Thankfully, at a crucial moment, his roommate turned heel and stopped him, saying, "You're fine." The real issue lies with the stubborn folks who can only face a wall and have zero creativity. With that, he dramatically shoved the desk out the window, as if conducting a quirky science experiment. As a loud crash echoed, it felt like John's mental shackles shattered along with it. The next night, he was back at the bar conducting some theoretical research. Suddenly, a group of young, stunning girls burst in like a meteor shower. One tall, charming girl caught the guy's attention instantly. They eagerly discussed ways to win her over. Martin, grinning like a kid, said, "Adam Smith believes everyone chooses their best interest, customizing it for group glory. So, we must compete fairly, and if you don't catch up with one, there are still plenty of other girls out there to pursue." But as John pondered over it carefully, something felt a bit off, and his excitement intensified with each passing thought. Suddenly, he realized Adam Smith's theory was incomplete. For good results, each team member must benefit self and team. Only then can the overall benefits be maximized. John, loving originality, finally found his thesis direction and locked himself in his dorm. Weeks passed like a whirlwind, and he submitted his 27-page thesis. The professor was speechless as the theory, bold and novel, overturned 150 years of economic principles. Hardly a reply. And just like that, John joined his dreamed Wheeler Institute. His classmates toasted him, even his rival Martin admired him sincerely. Fast forward 5 years, and John became the leading figure at the Wheeler Institute. During the Cold War, the Pentagon intercepted a radio message. John was invited to decode the message, but faced with a whole wall of chaotic numbers. His mind felt like it had entered an infinite realm of economic theories. All he could do was identify patterns amid the chaos. Without paper or pen, he spotted the patterns at a glance, converting key numbers into coordinates for the U.S. border route. At that moment, John saw a man in black on the second floor watching him and asked about his identity, but the general just glanced at him. The man then dismissed him under the guise of discussing mechanics, leaving John feeling frustrated. He had all this passion, but no outlet, forced to be a mere teacher at Princeton. He never liked attending lectures himself, let alone teaching them. Watching his students, he quipped, "What's even more irritating are these pointless textbooks." After a glance, he tossed it in the trash, grumbling, "Teaching is a waste of my time." Before class ended, he assigned a tough math problem, catching one female student's attention with his unique style. As they say, gold always shines, the man in black reappeared. He flashed his defense credentials, interested in John's brilliant mind. They went to a secret base, where the man informed John. The Soviets created an atomic bomb, planned to detonate it in the US, and hidden spies sent messages via codes in newspapers and magazines. They needed John's decoding skills. Eager to retaliate, John eagerly agreed, and his arm was implanted with an electronic key. The numbers changed continuously, serving as his password for classified locations, with the man in black as his only contact. John officially became a spy for his country. While his career soared, his love life also blossomed. Surprisingly, a female student couldn't solve the tricky problem he had left earlier. John truly lived up to his reputation for being book-smart but emotionally clueless. He glanced at her answer and bluntly declared it wrong. Thankfully, Ellie didn't mind, as she was there to invite him to the governor's gala. John, flustered by his first invite from a woman, agreed anyway. With the governor, Ellie meticulously adjusted his bow tie. Even oblivious, John felt a slight flutter as she tucked her handkerchief into his suit pocket. That night, John's heart raced like a pinball machine. After the gala, under the beautiful starlit sky, Ellie said she loved to paint. So John gazed at the stars holding Ellie's hand, connecting them with her fingertips. It was the pinnacle of a mathematician's romance. Thus, they married, but life's sweetness didn't dim John's mission. Daily, he collects varied newspapers, magazines, spreads them, then lightly scans with his eagle eye. Hidden special numbers emerged. He decoded, enclosed in an envelope, and sealed it with fire. When the night grew quiet, John would sneak to the designated spot, enter the numbers on his arm to unlock the door, swiftly drop the files into the mailbox, and then discreetly leave. Despite the thrilling and mysterious nature of his task, this job filled John with an unparalleled sense of satisfaction. Until one night, while delivering another envelope, the man in black suddenly appeared, urgently urging him to hop in the car. Just then, a black car sped out from behind, firing. John went pale, while the man in black calmly drove, firing back. Though the assassin was killed, John was terrified. Once home, he locked himself in, ignoring his wife's persistent knocking. From then on, John became jumpy. The sight of a black car could send him into a panic. To make matters worse, his wife happened to be pregnant at that time. In a bid to protect his family, he reluctantly told the man in black he wanted, but the man in black wouldn't easily let go of the decoding genius. He threatened, "I want the Russians to know you're with us." From that day on, John lived in constant fear. Sometimes, Ellie turning on a light caused him great panic, contemplating sending her back. Ellie didn't know her husband's struggles, and his frenzy felt like a knife in her heart. In the end, he dialed someone unknown. Thankfully, his roommate often brought his niece to visit John. The adorable little girl provided a brief relief to his stress, but he was unaware that danger was looming just around the corner. That morning, while John was giving a lecture at Harvard, 3 men in black burst into the classroom, clearly enemy spies causing trouble. John abandoned his lecture and slipped out the back, but was unfortunately apprehended. John cried for help, but got no assistance. His college buddy retreated with knees shocked. Finally, John was forcibly sedated and taken away.